We're going to look at the economic goals specifically for a command economy. First one, economic efficiency. And if you'll notice in this cartoon, this gentleman on the left is from the government and he is giving money to the gentleman on the right. And he says, I'm from the government, I'm here to help. But if you notice, he's taking his wallet. And that's kind of to imply that when the government is giving you money, they have to take from you. And they take your dollar bills and give you change. Efficiency is extremely important. And in a command economy where the government answers the three basic economic questions of what to produce, how to produce, and who gets the stuff or how are we going to distribute the things. Thinking about North Korea, they take basically everything from its citizens and give it very, very little in return. There is no reason for their government to use their resources efficiently because they don't have any competition. When we think of efficiency, we need to think we are using our resources wisely. And one of the things that pushes us in the United States to use our resources wisely is we want to make a profit so that we can own things. In a command economy, the people can't own anything. If you can't own anything, you have no incentive to work hard. You have no incentive to use the resources that you have wisely. And so the government doesn't have any competition in a command economy, and the government is very, very wasteful. The more command you are, the less efficient you are because you don't have competition or someone pushing you to make it better and to make it quicker and use your resources wisely. Economic equity. This is extremely important in a command economy. But they're going to take from the citizens everything, their abilities to work and their labor and what they do best. And then they're going to split everything equally. Once again, since they're not efficient, we don't necessarily have enough for everyone, so people have to wait in long lines to get their share of anything. So equity is one of the ones that is more important in a command economy. Freedom, I left this one blank just because in a command economy there is no freedom. We do not have the freedom to pick our jobs. We don't have the freedom to purchase anything, to own property. The more command an economy is, the less freedom there is, to the point where in North Korea they virtually have no freedom whatsoever, versus in Hong Kong where it's almost entirely freedom. Economic growth. What we see here is this gentleman down here, and he is supposed to symbolize an economy. And what is holding this economy back from growing is government intervention, government regulations. The more regulations there are, the more businesses cannot grow, and they have to divert their profits to meeting all of these interventions. Now, I'm not saying government interventions are bad. We need government, and that's why when we look at the types of economies, all are mixed. If we didn't have the government stepping in, we'd have child labor, and we'd have no overtime pay, and we'd have our rivers and air would be completely polluted because the businesses, in the name of growth, would do everything that they wanted to. So not all government intervention is a bad thing, but what it does do is it slows down growth. So if you want to see more growth, you need to see less government intervention. Economic security and stability. What I have here, I found this picture of a piece of government cheese. So they're going to make sure that you have food, but it's not necessarily going to be exactly what you want. You're going to have a job, but it's not necessarily the one that you want. So when we're looking at the economic goals, equity and security are the two that you should equate with a command economy. Probably equity or equality, the equal distribution of things, equal distribution of wealth is probably number one. Security is probably second. But freedom is going to be the very last one. They're going to be not concerned at all about the wishes of its people. No private property. Government is going to own everything.